And what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to That Car Vlog channel. If you don't already know, I'm Andy. Welcome to the first video of 2019. And really not much of anything going on today. Just going to try to have a little bit of fun with the Kia. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, the Kia, my 96 Kia Sportage, $1,000 car I bought just almost a year ago as my daily driver. I've done a few videos on, including a review. You can go back and check those out if you're new to the channel. What I'm going to do today, though, is I'm going to see how this thing does on some curvy, windy roads. Now, a Sportage is a compact SUV. It's not a sports car. It's not even a sporty SUV. It's a 23-year-old car. And so I just want to see, how does it feel on back roads? I know it's not going to be flat, but it still might be fun. So, let's get on with it. I turn the camera out the windshield, and this windy part of the road starts somewhere up that way, not very far. Let's go do it. First, this narrow one-car underpass that we have to be really careful getting through. Take it slow because there might be someone coming off this road right here. And this is the road. Now, this is a low-speed road. So, these turns you may not take any more than 25, 30 mile an hour. I'm just going to see what this thing will do. As to be expected with a small four-wheel drive SUV, there's some body roll. This thing's got about 7 inches of ground clearance. Straight axle in the back, no independent suspension back there. So no real sporty driving. You can definitely feel the tipping in the turns, but honestly, for an old SUV that is kind of tall-ish and quite possibly some worn out front end parts, I'd say it could handle worse. I think those are the worst curves, although they're not the last. Just kind of got to go through some straights here. Oh yeah, not much to complain about. You can't go super fast. Like I said, this road, the curves are kind of tight. It's a low-speed road as it is, so you don't want to be going incredibly fast. You could probably go a little bit faster in a actual sports car. I wouldn't do it in this though. Let's see if we can find another one. Alright, so I've made it to the other road that I'm going to try the curves on. This is a slightly higher speed highway, actually it is, with some longer, more sweeping curves, but still switchbacks. Should allow for a little more speed, and to see just how this thing will do. So I can really get up to speed on the straights. Now this is a road that I commonly drive in my work truck, but that truck is a 17-foot box truck, right around 13,000 pounds. Definitely not much of a curve-taking vehicle. Not to mention I have all kinds of things stacked on either side of the truck, so if I get into the curves too intense, I'm going to end up picking all that stuff back up and restacking it. That's the worst of the straights right there. I'm going to come to the curves here in a second. See how this thing does when I'm able to achieve a slightly higher speed. I reckon I should be able to take every bit of this in 5th gear. I guess we'll find out. One thing about this particular highway is it can actually be kind of a busy highway. Because this highway runs into Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and runs behind the nuclear plant and whatnot. It is a public access highway. It's not like it's restricted, but it definitely takes you into the country. We got one more straight right here, this one here, and then it's all curves for a while. Says this highway has a speed limit of 55, which I'm doing right now. Let's see how long I can maintain that. Okay. That's quite a curve for this car, for this vehicle. Definitely feel the tipping effect when you're running this truck, this car, whatever you want to call it, around these curves. But I have to say, even in this, where I'm able to achieve a slightly higher speed, it actually handles it decently. I said it a few times and I'll say it again. This ain't no sports car. And if normal driving wasn't an indicator of that, this certainly is. So we're going to go up on this Civic here that's not going to allow me to do much. Picking up a little bit of speed, but we're not even getting to the speed limit. Guys having some trouble keeping in the lines too. Quit texting up there. Of course, that's just an assumption. I have no idea if that's what they're doing, but generally speaking, that's what people are doing. We might be coming into the last few curves on this particular part of this highway. Eventually this is just going to merge into a main 4-lane version of itself that goes into the city of Oak Ridge, and the curves end. But I have to say, even though this thing doesn't handle like a sports car, which, again, I never once expected it to. I didn't go into this foolishly expecting that it would. But even though it doesn't handle like a sports car, I'm still having a blast with these curves. I actually discovered this highway just a couple of months ago, not even 2 months ago, when my route changed and I had to start coming out here with my box truck. Now this thing has its limits, but a box truck has many, many more. See, now it's the final straight. We're going to hit this ramp to the side, to the right here. Not too fast, but decently quick. And that's it. That's the curviness of that highway. So, not an exceptionally long highway. I will say though, I wish to God I had a sports car. Because that highway seems like a lot of fun. And it is a lot of fun. I say it'd be more fun with something that can handle those curves a little bit more flat. Okay, maybe just one more twisty road. This is a little bit closer to home. So, kind of another small, tight road. But there's some pretty gnarly curves on this road. Here's one. I thought that was gnarly. I gotta be a lot more careful on this road though, because there's not nearly enough guardrails. Run off of this. And I'm gonna have a very bad day, so I can't do nearly what I was doing back on the first road. But you still get a feel for it. There's plenty of rails out here. There's some places that don't have one that I think probably ought to, though. yeah, that's nice. And we'll end the video with this shot by the lake. So yeah, this is definitely, like I said, not a sports car, and not the greatest curve handling vehicle in the world. But it's fun enough if you're careful. Like I said, didn't go into this expecting it to be a great handler. That would have been a foolish expectation. But it's a decently fun little car to drive. It is, you know, being small, it's not quite as scary as maybe something big SUV might be. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe soon I can take a sports car around those roads. Any takers? I'd be happy to drive your sports car on those roads. But if you liked it, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at that car vlog channel. Share the video if you feel so inclined. And hopefully we'll see you again very, very soon.